Friends and brothers, it is the will of the Great Spirit that we should meet together on this day. He orders all things, and He has given us a fine day for our council.
Neto, hatinakwe, onkwehowe means here lives the people in the Cayuga language. Our mission is to promote and support in the Western New York region the art and culture of the indigenous peoples of the Americas. This video highlights some of our previous exhibits and activities, including video and photography training for youth. I was researching my family history and found the original burial site of Red Jacket and Mary Jemison on Buffum Street in South Buffalo. A large bronze plaque marking this site had been stolen. It became a neto project to replace this plaque with a replica, which we accomplished in 1992.
So I took this black and white painting and I told him, I assured him that with confidence that I could do some magic with it. And after about 3 days, this large painting appeared in my house. And I know that by every breath, every brush stroke, every time the brush hit the canvas or hit the palette to put paint on the canvas, I know it wasn't me that did this. It was the Great Spirit. And I know now that the Great Spirit's been very, very good to me, so miigwech to us all. Thank you.
So I've always wanted to do an exhibit on Buffalo Creek, and Cynthia Konitas of the History Department at Buff State approached me about would I like to do an exhibit at the Carpelli's Museum, and I thought it would be a good time to explore, doing the Buffalo Creek exhibit. So that's how this came about, and students worked really hard, and we found a lot of really good information, so I'm really happy with the exhibit. And there's talk about it traveling further, so if we could find another venue after this, that would be good. This exhibit will be up till December 31st of this year. For the Six Nations people, there were really significant events that took place at Buffalo Creek that really still need to be researched and analyzed and, our own people made aware of. And some of those events are that at Buffalo Creek is where occurred what we call the splitting of the wampums. In other words, it was when the Mohawks and the members of all the other 4 nations decided to move to Canada. And when they did that, there was a decision made at Buffalo Creek to split the wampums. And so, thus empowering the ones that went to Canada, to have their traditions and sovereignty. So that's a very significant event, and myself personally, I'd like to know where the council house was that decision was made, and, all these information around Red Jacket, Mary Jemison, Corn Planter, Joseph Brant. It was a really significant era, and again, very significant events, because the Onondaga Council Fire really was moved to Buffalo Creek, probably for a period of a good, I would say, at least 30 years. All the major decisions of the Five Nations were made right here in Buffalo. To commemorate the decade of Indigenous people, Neto, hatinakwe, onkwehowe installed a monument designed by Seneca artist Carson Waterman, made of limestone and bronze. Assistant Professor Ken Payne of Buffalo State College guided Native American high school students. The theme and text honors the keepers of the Western Door, the Seneca people, and the Great Law of Peace. Shown are Seneca headdress, Hiawatha wampum belt, Red Jackets medallion, Seneca women's nominating belt, and an early Seneca pottery piece.